Hi, my name is Audrey Marie Smith. I was born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I am part of the Carroll girls rugby team, the Chargers Fighting Cancer Club, and the Rugby Club. I recently got hired as a hostess at Red Lobster. So first off, how do I feel about being a student in this society? Well, to be honest, it kind of sucks. Even though I seem like a very happy, upbeat person, for a long time I have struggled with depression. Another thing about me, I hate ocean pollution. Sea turtles are my favorite animals and it hurts me to watch them suffer. I consider myself very independent and open-minded. And lastly, don't let this smile fool you. I actually really do not like school. So, a lot of my life I have struggled with depression. And this summer in June, I actually tried to overdose. And going through all of this has shaped me to be the person I am today. This event has taught me to always treat others kindly. I have always been a super nice person in my opinion, but now if I see someone being rude to someone else intentionally, I am no longer afraid to stick up for them because I know what is right and what is wrong, and I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in no matter what. This event has taught me to always check up on my friends because everyone wants someone to be there for them, and I know what it's like to feel alone. As for school, I used to love it when I was younger, but now I realize that school just teaches you to be more and more like everyone else instead of thinking for yourself and being your own individual. But don't get me wrong, I learned a lot of stuff in school, but I've learned the most by just living my life and making my own mistakes. Now back to the coral reefs. A global event that has impacted me at some point in my life is the dying of the coral reefs due to human pollution. I first heard about this when I was a sophomore. It impacted me so much because I've always loved the ocean. When I was younger, I always dreamed of being a mermaid and living on a coral reef with all the pretty colors. It has been a dream of mine to visit Australia and go scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. But because of the selfishness and carelessness of humans, that dream may never come true. Growing up, I have always been open-minded. Most of this is because I grew up with my mom, and she never pushed me to think like her. She always let me dress the way I wanted to dress and hang out with the people I wanted to hang out with. On the other hand, my dad was the one who wanted me to have the exact same mindset as him. The culture I live in has held me back a little because growing up in this time, everyone judges you no matter what. Lastly, I would consider myself a very independent person. My personal views have changed a lot over the years. When I was younger, I didn't really have a view on independence, but as I got older, I started to see all the stereotypes that are put on women. I would consider myself to be connected to the society I live in this aspect, because I don't completely go against everything that society says, but at the same time, I don't 100% agree with everything. If I could connect myself to anyone that we reviewed in this unit, I would say I connect the most with Sojourner Truth. This isn't necessarily based on my individual experiences, but instead it's based on the way I think. My guess is that the society that Sojourner lived in was a lot harsher than today's society, but there are still some aspects nowadays that relate back then.